Welcome to this session of event management and public relations. And today I'm going to talk to you about some very basic. Before that, we have a quick round of a recap. Number one is that all of you have not joined Google Classroom. Till yesterday night, when I reminded you, I found that 29 students have joined. Officially, there are 35 students. I think Siraj from BFS has not joined. I've shared the code also with you. Please join the Google Classroom and try to solve the first home assignment. Now, in the online process, it is believed that we very vigorously use Google. So there are very simple questions like what is event management and how to plan or types of plan or something like that. I'm expecting that you use internet in a very intelligent way and try to see that you get the right theoretical answers. There are many aspects of this particular subject. This is interdisciplinary subject, and so in this particular thing, there will be a lot of combinations of different subjects you can see. So we cannot be over theoretical, we cannot be over practical. That you should understand. That is very very important. This is a DSC subject, so if you are neglecting it in a spirit of what you can say, बाद में देखेंगे, we'll just study and give the paper, then I should say that कि I'm sorry, you are missing something. You will have to repent after that because it's a very interesting subject, and because of online thing, it is creating a lot of new impressions also like that. So please stay tuned with every activity we are running. I want you to visit Google Classroom twice in a week to check the updates, and Telegram especially. You are so much busy with WhatsApp, you forget to use Telegram, and so except two three groups, other people are not contacting me or they're not talking to me. There are no plans also submitted by other groups. So if you are waiting for me to look at the list and take your names, you are fools, because then you are not come for a master's class, but you have come for a typical classroom session. That won't happen. In online learning, it is a flipped classroom that your home becomes a classroom and our real classroom becomes a homework place. So most of the things which I'm talking, telling, sharing, exercising are like in classroom, we are doing a lot of homework and we are trying to understand many things. I wanted to make some points clear, and so I had put up the video for myself on. But I want to show you and share you many things by which you can really connect yourself to the subject, and you can really go ahead with your ideas. And I'm recording this because then some of you, if even if you miss it, I'm not going to waste my time. I'm going to keep recording my sessions. So whenever you are free, you're going to repeat it. So this will help you also in terms of studying the same subject, creating ideas or something. Something very important is missing with the class is that we are not completely connected in a nice way. First group activities, there was a lot of enthusiasm, but a lot of sickness has spread. Weather is not good, climate change is troubling us. So it's not a good time for entertainment. We are facing a lot of problems. One principle of event management is show must go on. And so in this particular situation, we have to run the show with whatever resources are there. So I request you to be very attentive, particular, and practical about this particular subject. If I find that your spirit of working is not so good and you're just interested to just take the subject and give the exam, I can stop the activities from next week. You don't perform any events. I won't mind for that. I can very well just sit like that and give you a lot of such sessions with PowerPoint and all that. If you're happy with that, I don't mind for that. But I feel that this subject is a combination, interdisciplinary subject, combination of two, three disciplines, which will be helping you to, understand, experience, and go ahead. Then there is a lot of future for you. So let us begin with the discussion for referring to the different files and balancing the video call of Google. I'm putting off my camera and I'll be talking to you, sharing some references also whenever I feel like that. Today's session is planned to see that if somebody is not able to solve the home assignment after listening to this particular thing, they will be able to solve and write their own answers at least. Maybe you don't become event manager, but at least you should be able to give question answers like that as you had chosen it or you want to work on that. Mind well ki we are trying good on event for all of you, rather all of MBA1 Rather, I was thinking of having a freshers party and a send-off party together online for both, but I found very poor response from first year itself. So, without the online teamwork, also it is not so easy to go ahead with any event. Please understand, event requires teamwork. That is the first principle. So we keep exploring the things. I don't complain about you, but I want to understand the very importance of what we are studying. Event planning, the theoretical references, if you really want to go ahead with that. Like you have to decide first to whom do you want to reach. That is something very important. Number of people you want to reach and why you want to reach them. So we call them typically objective, but it's not an objective of an SIP or something like that, a project. It's an objective of getting the people together. Why they should come together, how you will bring them together. And in this COVID situation, what priority, the reason you would have for getting the people together. That's very typical. Now, yes, everybody wants to come together, but those who want to come together, all of them are not on unified platform. They are geographically scattered at many places. The only common platform is mobile, that is technology, so it is virtual, not real. But the problem is that there is a gap, digital gap of knowledge levels. So all the members who want to come together, they are not equally literate in the knowledge of using mobile and enjoying an event or something. So 50% of our time is lost into ऐकू येतं का क्या आप सुन सकते हो is my screen seen to all of you or something like that, because we are not properly adapting ourselves to the technological environment. We want to happen everything like a real life. आपल्या रिअल लाईफ मध्ये जसं व्हायला पाहिजे तसा करण्याचा प्रयत्न आपण ऑनलाईन मध्ये करतोय, त्यामुळे आपण इतके सक्सेसफुल नाही. So I decided I will pull you again around and involve you into many things. Like, so I have put two events of mine. One is on 18th September, Facebook event it is, and I have shared it with you. 2020 February, I was traveling from Bangalore to Kolhapur. I had gone there for a marriage function, and at that time there was no COVID related information. So we just went by a train. We went by a bus, and after completing the marriage ceremony, we simply came by a different type of bus. And early morning, when I was reaching somewhere, we were somewhere near Belgaum or Nippan in midway, I realized that there is a lot of trouble and people suffer a lot. I saw an incidence of auto rickshaw fellows struggling very badly with spirit of life. It is very tough due to urbanization, this flyovers and public transport things, that auto rickshaw fellows are suffering too much. So on that day, I decided I'll do something. So I had a very good connection to my phone. Through phone Facebook, I created a group called, Call Auto Kolhapur. Because, when I saw Bangalore was driven by Uber-like apps, and, even auto rickshaw fellow as well as four-wheeler drivers are running with that app. But it doesn't happen in small cities like Kolhapur. Like, because of COVID and other things, now Zomato is established, but people are not still comfortable with that. There is always a parallel system being developed. So I developed that group that is called Call Auto Kolhapur. And the purpose of that group itself is that to support the auto rickshaw drivers, because there are a lot of people who struggle a lot by taking public vehicle and help you temporarily. And there are many more people who would be now going for that. COVID has very badly hit all of them, and so during that particular time, I did survey and tried to help them, made a list of rickshaw drivers, created so many charity-related things, and we worked through a WhatsApp group. Now, for the learning purpose, I have made an event for a Call Auto Driver group. Through that, I'll be making live event on Facebook, and I'm requesting all of you to be present, because then I'm going to present online events, case study like thing for auto drivers, how we can do it, so that you'll be inspired. Even I invite you to talk or sing or do something as a part of my event with the theme, so that you learn online sharing also and learn many things into online event. Like that, one more event I am planning on FB again with another group called Conversation Key Cafe, where I'm going to talk about change management and business process reengineering. I'm doing it independently because the timings of college and the timings of the events don't work properly. So Saturday, mostly 4 o'clock, I am planning, 4:30. so that live events also there. If I do it, you will follow with me, and you will also learn to do it in a very systematic way. That is my idea. I'm sharing a lot of ideas with you because just a discussion with point to point won't work. But I'm trying to connect a lot of things which are concerned about the subject in which you want to really do something and get a master's degree. Though this is DSC, it's a parallel career you can proceed with and enjoy. So I want you to understand how it is going to help you. I was talking about reach of people. So reach of people through social media networks and especially internet is becoming more easy. Internet is also becoming more comfortable and user friendly. At the same time, people are also changing with their digital habit or something like that. So in this particular case, it is not possible for any of us to have any practical event to go with. Okay, so this situation is such that in this situation you cannot directly go to any offline thing. So you have to think about how to reach somebody with online and with offline. If you want to make an event of offline thing, how you are going to go about it. Now there is a theory in informal events of TTMM, Tuze tu mazami, like that. So let us plan, say we are want to reach to say all the MBA first. Okay, we need to work out on something by which, even if it is TTMM, we collectively do something, bargain something, create some passes, create some coupons, create some idea by which wherever you are, maybe Solapur, maybe Karad, maybe Satara, maybe where, whatever, you will enjoy and really have some entertaining thing. Or you will go out of your house or place, taking your phone and go to an eat out, eateries, and all of you will join from eateries at once. एकाच वेळेला eateries मधून एखाद्या रेस्टॉरंट मधून तुम्ही लेक्चरला जॉईन व्हाल आणि तिकडचा एक्सपिरियन्स एकमेकांशी शेअर कराल. लाईक दॅट आय एम जस्ट एक्सप्लोरिंग द आयडियाज लाईक दॅट. So you have to think that how to make the things interesting also in this particular fashion. Number of people reach. I just this moment I say, if I'm giving an example, I want 35 students to come together. How to do that? I would be designing myself an event probably for tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I'll send the instructions, but I want to see that you now mobilize yourself and learn actually the basics of event management. For every event, you should know what is the purpose of the event. Is the purpose awareness, or is the purpose entertainment, or is the purpose engagement, or is the purpose training? I was referring to you about auto fellows. If I ask you, join my Facebook group also and get auto rickshaw information. So it is called social learning. Social learning theories were created by Bandura. Recently he died. He's a social scientist. And he developed that social learning means we keep observing each other, and during pandemic especially, we are now observing each other, following each other, whatever we like. So maybe style of mask, style of parking, style of food, style of entertainment, everything we are trying to observe and improve. Observe and improve. That is called social learning, and it has a very strong significance in everything, not just medicine. So call out to Kolhapur group, I'm trying to use social learning principle to make all auto rickshaw fellows feel comfortable, and auto rickshaw fellows feel good about their own feelings and their contribution or something like that. So it is going to be like a talk show like thing, or like Radio Mirchi or Radio something Gold or something like that, by which you connect with people or something. So here the purpose is to entertainment or training through social learning. Then some events can be conducted. The purpose is fundraising. So I have my website, and today I talked and I referred to the Telegram group also. Unfortunately, very few people see that. I don't see any marks on that. But just afternoon, only before this lecture, I talked with a fellow from Ticket Khidki. Ticket Khidki is a website-based company which does ticketing for your online events. Documentaries are there, PowerPoint presentations you can go, other events are there, films you can show. Ticket Khidki app will hold the show. With the app or a website, people can buy your ticket, and then you decide a streaming. Like I saw 2 films on Sunday. That 50 rupees was the ticket, online event, and you send them a recorded film, and they charge you. I just spoke to him around 1,000 rupees. And if it is a live program, if it is live, then what happens is that they charge around 40,000. That is what he quoted. You can explore the website and just work out. I'm just, for the example, sharing here how it goes, and let us see how. I hope you can see this website. Are you watching it? Hello? Can anybody reply me in the message? Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So you can see here, there are a lot of entertaining events here, which you can really go with. I'm just scrolling this now. I'm showing you. Here is a section online: music, workshop, drama, Copra Manch, and documentary. So through this ticket khidki, you can book your event, earn money also. If you do with good sponsorship, now see here is my home studio, 1 week online workshop, online theater workshop for children, online theater workshop for adults, Antardhwani, this is something Bharatiya Parampara. Now, this is an online ticket booking application for entertainment shows and events. Ticket Khidki is owned and operated by Wide Wings, a company incorporated under the laws of India. Through this application, Ticket Khidki shall provide the user information, pricing, availability, and reservation for booking tickets for entertainment shows, workshops, concerts, and events listed across various cities in India and abroad. Ticket Khidki also provides the event organizers with hosting and marketing their events online globally. So this is a new innovation that has really come, and I wish you learn to use this, especially the group which is now handling product differentiation for Desi Shuddha Ghee. They can think of this ticket khidki where they can record a complete event and do something and really go ahead with this. It's a very interesting thing. Please note down, and I have the WhatsApp number also. The company fellow today only called me, and he has spoken to me. If we do wonderful planning of an event, I wish I would ask you to, do a program with the help of Ticket Khidki also. If you want, I will help you out. I want you to explore that. That is something very, very important. If you understood this, I'll stop sharing this. Can you explore this particular website and check out with this? Have you understood Ticket Khidki? You can note down the name TICKET KHIA, KHIDA KEE, ticketkhidki.com. That is important. Please explore it. I want you to go ahead with that and explore in how you can do it. I will help you out once your event design is ready. So I'll stop this. Now I want to further share with you how all these things are really changing our life. There is a research project and which was conducted, that impact of COVID on the entertainment market. Now 80% of the event industry is marked with the entertainment of people. There are two types of the things. One is entertainment of the people and engagement of people. Now education, classroom education is not an entertainment but engagement of a student. And it is believed that all students coming together in the classroom with the help of teacher, learning happens. So it is an engagement industry more than entertainment if you call classroom education. But now when it became online, what has happened is it has been converted into something which should be more interesting. So even if you are connected with the mobile, things could be done in much better way. So I have this very important reference which I would like to tell you. And this report tells us that the film industry is vulnerable due to the pandemic, as both the production and the consumption of its output require numerous people together in small space. The global entertainment industry includes various entertainment venues such as online video streaming, amusement parks, theatrical productions, sports, live events, and trade shows. The primary factors for the growth of the entertainment industry before COVID-19 pandemic include the increased adoption of online video streaming, especially Netflix, Amazon Prime, and among others. The rise in the multiplex chain and their expansion in semi-urban areas, along with the rising number of Chinese investors in Hollywood, were also the growth enhancing factors of the entertainment industry. Global entertainment industry report is segmented based on online video streaming, amusement parks, theatrical productions, sports, live events, trade shows. The outbreak of COVID had a dual impact on these segments, as all the upcoming events have been cancelled or delayed, due to which most of the companies experienced losses. While the online video streaming segment is witnessing a significant hike, video streaming companies are coming up with a new solution when people are residing more at their homes. For instance, Netflix launched a Google Chrome browser extension named Netflix Party, which allows the users to access the video in groups and watch them together. This is something new, and COVID is changing the way we live and work together. So please understand, when you are designing something, you should know more about what you are really trying to do. My purpose here in sharing various references is that after listening to this particular session, all the simple 4 to 5 questions of home assignment, you should at least be able to solve. That is very, very important. I could sense that after so many good sessions and actual activities, you are so much so blind and connected to classroom education, you can't survive without lectures. माझ्या असं लक्षात आलं की मध्ये एखादं तरी व्यवस्थित लेक्चर झाल्याशिवाय तुम्हाला लोकांना शिकल्यासारखं वाटत. You feel something is missing because you've been trained like that की you are to listen and on instructions only you will work. अशी एक माइंडसेट तयार झालेला आहे आपल्याला. तुम्ही इतके वर्ष शाळेत शिकल्यामुळं, क्लासरूम मध्ये शिकल्यामुळं. ऍक्च्युअली नाऊ यू आर फ्रीइंग युअरसेल्फ. आपण मुक्त झालेलो आहोत. आपल्याला भरपूर चॉईस आहे, भरपूर शिकता येईल. पण देन आय अंडरस्टँड की यू आर लॉक्ड अप इन टू युअर ओन मेंटल माइंडसेट where you feel that you need some guide, you need instructions like that. So today I decided to especially record this lecture, at the same time share various references to give you or make you feel as if you are sitting in a classroom of event management and public relations, so that listening to it many more times also, you can make out about what you really want to design. Now, the types of events also, when you see, there are social events, there are political events, there are corporate events, there are family events. That is very, very important. There are 3 factors which I said: purpose, then type, and inputs, or purpose, time, and factors. Purpose, I have mentioned awareness or entertainment or engagement broadly. Types are social, political, corporate, family, cultural events also, festival events also, whatever. So based on culture. And the factors are time, money, and input. How much time that event will take, how much money I have to spend, and what is the input, what is the content. Some of the groups who approach me and they are struggling, they are studying, they are doing very well. But I realize that because they have worked in a team, एकत्र काम करायची सवय, त्यामुळे ऑनलाईन मधून कम्युनिकेशन होत नाही. So they are stuck up. The reason is what? The reason is event design content has to be very creative and interesting. खूप मज्जा आली पाहिजे. You should feel great. There should be fun and interest. That creation, that creativity is lacking because of the fear, depression, pressures, COVID pressure, not so good climate. Kiti climate kharab zalay, change climate. I could see that some of you who met me first, they were caught into dengue and all that. So it's not a good environment for all such things. But even then, in such a situation, show must go on. And so those who are good and fit should think positively and go and work, and to see that even if you target at the mental health of the society and decide कि we'll create awareness or we'll create entertainment or we'll create engagement. In all these 3 categories, you can do something. For the product differentiation group now, Pratik, when I talked to Ashutosh and Rahul Patil and others like that, they were struggling hard, but the meetings were not possible. But after just 5-10 minutes interaction, Ashutosh created a wonderful film which I've shared with you as a teaser. We are making a launching event of the product. It is a real-time product. How this was possible? Because all these factors which I am explaining to you now were discussed and through instructions were shared with Pratik and his group. I think Rucha Kulkarni was there and so many others were there. Rahul, I think he's listening to me. Ashutosh Khoth is also the member of that group. Ashutosh Jadhav also was there. So once you know what is to be done, you can make a good design and you can really work upon that. This time, money, and input is something, very, very typical now. Very interesting part, like those who have done the event and those who are not done the event, please understand, for planning, question number 1 is, for whom are you planning? कोणासाठी event तुम्ही कर? Who is your audience? That is very, very important. Why people should come to your event? ऑनलाईन असू दे किंवा ऑफलाईन असू दे. आता मला वाटतंय म्हणून मी रिक्षा ड्रायव्हरसाठी केला इव्हेंट त्यात, बट आय एम टेकिंग टाइम, आय एम टेकिंग फीडबॅक. फेसबुक इज हेल्पिंग मी फॉर दॅट. आय डिसाइडेड की अरे मुलांना शिकवायचं तर आधी आपण त्यांना करूनच दाखवूया, म्हणून मी त्याच्या मागे लागतो. पण का असं केलेलं तर मला ऑडियन्स काय पाहिजे, मला असं पाहिजे की रिक्षातून फिरणारे पॅसेंजर्स आणि रिक्षा ड्रायव्हर यांना टार्गेट करायचं. मला ठरलं की मला यांच्यापर्यंत पोहोचायचं आहे आणि मी जो ग्रुप तयार केलाय त्यांच्या चांगल्यासाठी तिथपर्यंत हा कंटेंट नेऊन पोहोचवायचा. सो दॅट इज समथिंग व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. पण मग माझ्याकडे रिक्षावाले काय येतील, रिक्षातून फिरणारे लोक काय येतील, तर माझा मेसेज, माझं डिझाईन कंटेंट इतकं सुंदर आणि छान 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 पाहिजे की ज्यामुळे काहीतरी मला मिळणार आहे याच्यातनं अशी भावना जर तयार झाली माझ्या इव्हेंटच्या प्रमोशन मधून, तर लोक ऑनलाईन किंवा ऑफलाईनसाठी माझ्याकडे येतात. सो इव्हेंट शुड हॅव व्हॅल्यू, इव्हेंट शुड हॅव कंटेंट, अँड इट शुड हॅव व्हॅल्यू ऑफ अट्रॅक्शन, व्हॅल्यू ऑफ एंगेजमेंट ऑल्सो. आणि इंग्लिशमध्ये त्याला एक मस्त शब्द आहे, व्हॉट इज अ टेक अवे, व्हॉट यू विल टेक अवे फ्रॉम इव्हेंट. याच्यातून काय घेणार तुम्ही, किंवा कोल्हापुरी भाषेत घेण्यासारखं आहे, काय घेण्यासारखं आहे, ह्या पद्धतीनं जर तुम्ही ते मांडू शकलात तर पीपल विल बी अट्रॅक्टेड. त्यामुळे तुम्ही इव्हेंट जे करता डिझाईन, ते आपल्या गुगल क्लासरूम मध्ये एक पॉवर पॉईंट प्रेझेंटेशन केलं की झालं असं नका करू. त्याला चांगलं छान टायटल पाहिजे, त्याला म्युझिक पाहिजे, त्याला चांगले शब्द पाहिजे, टॅगलाईन पाहिजे, ते इंटरेस्टिंग व्हायला पाहिजे, त्याच्यामध्ये थॉट पाहिजे, इंटेलेक्च्युअल असेल तर. लाईक दिस पीपल, साक्षी अँड हर ग्रुप वेन दे वेंट टू डॉक्टर्स ऑल दॅट, त्यांचा एक सिम्पल थॉट होता, फेलिसिटेटिंग डॉक्टर्स अँड ऑल दॅट. सो इट रिअली मेड लॉट ऑफ सेन्स. लाईक फॉर फोटोग्राफी ग्रुप दे हॅड अ थॉट बिहाइंड इट. तर त्याला अट्रॅक्टिव्ह बनवून तुम्ही तसं केल्यानंतर ह्या एंगेजमेंट आणि ह्या गोष्टी येऊ शकतात. In this whole story of event, what is more interesting is that event is a very complex interdisciplinary you can subject, and so you cannot that way define it. But for the purpose of the students who feel that की lecture आणि थोडं theory fit झाल्याशिवाय आम्हाला समजणार नाही, I'm just explaining to you all this. Event management is the application of project management. Project management, you all must have studied or read or heard about it. Some of you who are engineers who must be knowing project management. To the creation and development of small and or large scale personal or corporate events such as festivals, conferences, ceremonies, weddings, formal parties, concerts, or conventions. These are all projects. Event is never permanent. Even in mathematics also, the term event is there. That means what? Studying probability, how many times this number will repeat, how many times this number will be eliminated, like that. So event is basically a concept of mathematics. It goes into the frequency, or we use the word eventually. So I have put you the tagline that eventually all is well. जे इव्हेंच्युअली कधी ना कधीतरी ह्यातून सगळ्यातून चांगलं काहीतरी घडेल, असं आपण टॅगलाईन आपल्या EPRMच्या लोगोला घेतलेलं आहे, इव्हेंच्युअली. याचं कारण की रॅन्डमली वी बिलीव्ह इन टू ट्रुथ अँड वी से दॅट की दो एव्हरीथिंग इज लुकिंग निगेटिव्ह और समथिंग लाईक दॅट, पॉझिटिव्ह थिंग्स विल कम आउट ऑफ इट अँड दे विल थिंक अबाउट. Now it is involving studying the brand, identifying its target audience, devising the event concept, and coordinating technical aspects before actually launching the event. That is why I was after Rahul and other team की टेक्निकली छान पाहिजे, की मग लोक काही शंका काढत नाही, ते बघत बसतात, मजा करतात, टाळ्या वाजवतात, पैसे काढून देतात, लगेच तिकीट द्या म्हणतात, लगेच प्रोडक्ट विकत द्या म्हणतात. ते जर नाही जमलं तर एकदम लक्षात ढुंकूनही बघत नाहीत, जावा, म्हणजे यू आर निग्लेक्टेड व्हेरी बॅड. The process of planning and coordinating the event is usually referred as event planning, and which can include budgeting, scheduling, site selection, acquiring necessary permits, coordinating transportation and parking, arranging for speakers or entertainers, arranging decor, event security, catering, coordinating with third-party vendors, and emergency plans. Each event is different in its nature. So process of planning and execution of each event differs from the basis of the type of the event. त्यामुळे प्रत्येक वेळेला चर्चा करताना थेरोटिकल हे जरी असं असलं तरी इव्हेंट सगळ्या गोष्टी बदलू शकतात. Due to the complexities involved in the extensive body of knowledge required and the rapidly changing environment, event management is frequently cited as one of the most stressful career path. Next to surgeons, जे सर्जरी करणारे जे डॉक्टर्स आहेत त्याच्या खालोखाली इव्हेंटवाल्यांना टेन्शन असतं असं मानलं जातं. अशा अनेक गोष्टी आहेत. It requires strategic marketing communication. Now you have started learning marketing. Strategic is something where you reach the niche market म्हणतात. तुम्हाला ज्यांच्यापर्यंत पोहोचायचं आहे त्यांच्यापर्यंतच तुम्ही जाल, उगाच सगळ्या पब्लिकसाठी तुम्ही काही करणार नाही असा त्याचा अर्थ असतो. देन देअर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड एज इव्हेंट व्हेन्यू. प्रत्येक गोष्टीला व्हेन्यू. आता ऑनलाईन मध्ये फेसबुक हा प्लॅटफॉर्म आहे पण तो व्हेन्यू बनतो, गुगल क्लासरूम हा प्लॅटफॉर्म आहे पण तो व्हेन्यू बनतो. सो दॅट ऑल्सो यू हॅव टू डिसाइड. इवन इफ इट इज अ बर्थडे पार्टी, वेदर इट इज युअर home or a terrace or whatever, you have to decide, or a theater or a small hall, whatever is there. It should have some good sustainability or event greening, means sustainable event management is the process used to produce an event with particular concern for environmental, economic and social issues. Now also if you want to think like flood मुळे आपलं एवढं नुकसान झालेलं आहे, तर precautions to be taken in the disaster like flood या विषयावरती तुम्ही इव्हेंट करू शकता. Or you can do something even completely different. विच विल बी बेस्ड ऑन सडन फ्लडच्या सिच्युएशनमध्ये डिझास्टर मॅनेजमेंटची कुठली प्रिन्सिपल वापरून काय करेल. फॉर एक्झाम्पल आपल्याकडे इव्हेंट एन्व्हायरमेंट मॅनेजमेंट डिपार्टमेंट आहे, त्याचे जे आपले प्रोफेसर्स आहेत त्याच्यामध्ये डिझास्टर मॅनेजमेंटमध्ये त्यांना माहिती असतं. तुम्ही त्यांचा इंटरव्ह्यू घेऊ शकता आणि त्या इंटरव्ह्यूमध्ये तुम्ही सांगू शकता की काय करावं लागेल म्हणजे फ्लड सिच्युएशन लाईक दॅट. सो दॅट फॅकल्टी बिकम्स अ गेस्ट लेक्चरर, गेस्ट ऑफ अ सेशन, आणि थोडक्यात छान इंटरव्ह्यू घेऊ शकता. मग तुम्ही तो रेकॉर्ड करू शकता. तो खूप छान केला, त्याला डिझाईन केलं, त्याला म्युझिक लावलं, त्याला लोगो तयार केला, त्याला आणखीन काय काय थीम दिली, आपण तो तिकीट खिडकीला सुद्धा करू शकतो. आपण आपले रिसोर्सेस बघून त्याच्यामध्ये कसं जाणार आहोत याचा विचार केला. इथून पुढे खरं सांगायचं तर सगळेच इव्हेंट सस्टेनेबल व्हायला पाहिजेत, सस्टेनेबल कडे जाणारे पाहिजेत. वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम, वेस्ट ऑफ मनी नाही पाहिजे. नाउ गणेश फेस्टिवल इज कमिंग. तुम्ही असा इव्हेंट घेता का बघा की प्रत्येक जण आपल्या गणपतीचं व्हिडिओ तयार करेल, घरात जे काय असेल ते. घरात नसेल तर काय करता याच्याबद्दल माहिती सांगतील, समथिंग लाईक दॅट. ऑर फ्रॉम टुडे इट सेल्फ यू स्टार्ट अँड यू ओनली टॉक इन फ्रंट ऑफ कॅमेरा दॅट व्हॉट इज युअर आयडिया ऑफ मेकिंग एन्जॉईंग गणेश फेस्टिवल. तुमच्यामध्ये गणेशोत्सव कसा केला पाहिजे याच्यावर 1 मिनिट बोला. प्रत्येकाने व्हिडिओ करून यू शेअर इट टू मी ऑन टेलिग्राम अँड विल कंबाईन इट टुगेदर अँड आय विल शो यू हाऊ अ गुड इव्हेंट कॅन बी फॉर्म. कारण याच्यामध्ये जे शेअरिंग आहे, शेअरिंग आणि टीम आणि ऑडियन्स शिवाय इव्हेंट होऊ शकत. एकट्याच फक्त ऐकायचं, बाकीच्यांनी टाळ्या वाजायचं असं कधी होऊ शकत. त्याच्यामध्ये खूप मजा येऊ शकेल. आता ऑनलाईन प्लॅटफॉर्ममध्ये शेअरिंग, कोणाला काय वाटतं हे कळत नसल्यामुळं, आपल्याला जास्ती फॉर्मल जगाची सवय असल्यामुळं शेअरिंग झाल्याशिवाय कुठली गोष्ट इंटरेस्टिंग वाटत नाही. हा मोठा इश्यू. देन टेक्नॉलॉजी ऑल्सो कॅन बी यूज, विच आर event management software and mobile apps also are there which you can explore. It is also connected to hospitality management, and one of the famous universities in the world is University of Central Florida Rosen College of Hospitality Management. इकडे खूप काय काय हे करतात आणि सर्टिफाईड इव्हेंट मॅनेजमेंट प्रोफेशनल म्हणून सुद्धा तुम्हाला याच्यामध्ये बऱ्याच स्कोप आहे या सगळ्यामध्ये. बट अंडरस्टँड इट इज टिपिकली व्हॉट यू कॅन से project management stuff. It's a organized project management. Then how you're going to go about it also is very, very important. Now how COVID-19 has changing the event industry. Now this is a new insight and a lot of things have come up. Like there are some observations that the pandemic has had a profound impact on how people live their lives and is accelerating changes in consumer behavior. How we work, shop, entertain, communicate, and inform ourselves have been transformed in large part of our willingness to adopt new digital tools and services. If you're not willing to adopt digital thing, you cancel that activity. कंटाळा करून नको म्हणतो, जाऊ दे, राहू दे असं होतं feeling. This is clearly reflected in the behaviors of our exhibition visitors. 84% of visitors and exhibitors have tried the least one new digital service since lockdown. These findings support Kantar's March 2020 report on new consumer behavior, in which 84% said that they tried at least one new service. प्रत्येकाला नवीन काहीतरी करावं असं वाटतं आणि ते सर्व्हिसेस ट्राय करतात. त्यामुळेच आपण बघतो की भयंकर अमेझॉनवरून छोट्या छोट्या वस्तू घेण्याचा ट्रेंड आला. काल आम्ही चेंज मॅनेजमेंटची एक्झाम घेतली तर ऑइल विकणाऱ्या माणसांना केक तयार करायचं साहित्य विकायला सुरुवात केली. त्याच्यात तेलाचं दुकान ही इमेजच बदलून गेली. कारण बायकांनी केक करायला शिकल्या, कोल्हापुरातल्या बायकांनी सगळे केक करायला शिकले आणि केक विकत नाही आणणार तर केकचं साहित्य पाहिजे होतं म्हणून तेलाच्या दुकानदारांनी तेच विकायला सुरुवात केली. सो इट्स अ न्यू आयडिया इव्हॉल्विंग आणि त्याच्यावरती बेस्ड अशा काहीतरी नवीन ट्राय करण्याची इच्छा लोकांना खूप होती. Acceptance of digital tools is increasing over time too. On average, our visitors had tried 3.3 new digital services in June, while exhibitors had tried 3.2 services by September. The numbers have increased to 3.5 to 3.6, driven by willingness to try new online banking, medical consultation, shopping, streaming, etc. These changes in behavior are likely to have long-term implication on our industry. इव्हेंटचं सगळं नेचर बदलत चाललं. तिकीट खिडकी हे त्याचं उदाहरण आहे की इट इज रिअली गोइंग टू चेंज. सो हॉस्पिटॅलिटीच्या कल्पना बदलत आहेत सगळ्या याच्यावर. वन मोर फिअर फॅक्टर इज देअर अँड इट इज मेन्शन्ड इन द वर्ल्ड इकॉनॉमिक फोरम latest report on conspiracy theories which have flourished during the pandemic and how how to stop them. Because if you are in event industry, the very difficult part for you is that conspiracy theories. म्हणजे काय तर ह्या कोरोनाबद्दल खूप काय काय अफवा उठतात. त्यामुळे तुम्ही कुठलीही नवीन आयडिया काढली किंवा काय केली तर लोक सहजासहजी त्याला येस म्हणत नाहीत. तर व्हॉट आर द कॉन्स्पिरसी थिअरीज? सो देर आर लॉट ऑफ कॉन्स्पिरसी थिअरीज. इट वॉज बिलीव्ड दॅट की चायना हॅज डिलिबरेटली डन इट. It is believed that the doctor who was killed in this pandemic, who first reported that this is a different virus, has been victimized. तो हिरो आहे खरा तर, पण चायनीज गव्हर्नमेंटने त्याला मारून टाकलं. It is believed that from the latitude, the central latitude of the earth to certain longitudes of the earth, जे काही पृथ्वीचे अक्षांश रेखांश असे आहेत चीन पासून वेगळ्या देशात जाणारे, त्याच्या विशिष्ट भागातच पॅन्डेमिक जे आहे, साथ जी आहे ती खूप वेगानं वाढेल आणि सगळं नष्ट होईल असा प्रकार झाला होता. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, इटली वॉज लिटरली डिव्हास्टेटेड इन वन सिंगल नाईट. एक 2-3 रात्रीमध्ये सगळ्या इटलीची वाट लागली, इतकं सगळं फास्ट हे झालं. Then it was identified that China started a lot of business with Italy, and Italian people are good in designing, and lot of rich, wealthy, industries are there. But they borrowed a lot of Chinese people also. So maximum flights used to fly from China to Italy. So China to Italy spread of corona was there. म्हणून conspiracy theory अशी की इटली आणि चायनाच्या बिझनेस रिलेशन मधून त्यांनी ठरवलं होतं, because they wanted to buy the assets and become successful in business or something like that. The American or Indian idea of freedom, sovereignty, and respect for others is different, and what Chinese are trying to say is different. So these conspiracy theories are the big hurdle, okay, in the development of the event. So I want to systematically tell you about them, and I'm just reading this for you. I'll be sharing this also with you. This is available with World Economic Forum. The COVID-19 pandemic has seen a rise in harmful and misleading conspiracy theories. It may be difficult to recognize them or know how best to deal with them. So if you are creating an invitation card for your event, somewhere you should make such a design, such a thought, expression or tagline, which will indirectly give answer to all the conspiracy theories. What are the conspiracy theories? The belief that events are secretly manipulated behind the scene by powerful forces with negative intent. काहीतरी मनात निगेटिव्ह इंटेंट आहे, वाईट हेतू ठेवून इव्हेंट्स जे आहेत ते मॅनिप्युलेट केले जातात, लोकांना फसवलं जात आहे. ही फिलिंग आपल्या समाजामध्ये पण आहे. काय झालं की राजकारण्यांना शिव्या द्यायच्या, PM ऑफिसला बोलायचं, मुख्यमंत्र्यांच्या बद्दल बोलायचं वगैरे. पण याच्यामध्ये असं कोणी ठरवून प्लॅन करून एवढी कॉन्स्पिरसी करू शकतं का? तर इतकं सोपं नाही येते इतक्या सगळ्या गोष्टी समजून घेणे, हे लोकांना कळत नाही. त्यामुळे स्वतःचा बिलीफच पकडून राहतात आणि वेड्यासारखं वागतात. याच्याबद्दल एक स्टोरी आहे. इफ यू रिअली वॉन्ट टू चेक, you please check on YouTube called DMH, Dinanath Mangeshkar Hospital, and there is a public lecture by Dr. Kelkar, who is the director of Dinanath Mangeshkar Hospital. आणि त्यांनी सांगितलं होतं कोविडच्या वेळेला, वॉर्निंग दिलं आणि शेवटी एक स्टोरी सांगितली होती, झेन स्टोरी. A god of death was entering a village, and the god met a Zen sadhu. Zen उपासक तिकडे बसला होता विलेजच्या दारात. तर तो म्हटलं की अरे गॉड ऑफ डेथ, व्हॉट आर यू डुईंग, व्हाय आर यू कमिंग हिअर? तो ही सेड नो आय कम हिअर टू सिम्पली किल सम 4-5 पीपल ऑफ दिस विलेज. मी इथल्या 4-5 लोकांचे प्राण घ्यायला आलोय. ओह, इज इट लाईक दॅट? ओके. ही वॉज अ झेन फेलो, सो नोबडी कॅन ऑब्जेक्ट गॉड ऑफ डेथ. सो द गॉड वेंट इनसाइड द विलेज, बट व्हेन ही वॉज गोइंग बॅक अगेन, ही कुड सी दॅट the Zen sadhu said, "Oh, you said 4, but I can see that you are carrying 4,000 bodies with you, or 4,000 souls with you. अरे तू तर 4च लोक मारणार असं म्हणाल होतास, आणि हे काय तुझ्यावर किती लोक आहेत?" The god of death told him, "Look, I told you it is only 4." Then the saint asked, the Zen fellow asked, "How did it happen that so many people are dead?" So the god answered, "They are dead out of fear." ते त्यांच्या भीतीमुळे मेलेले आहेत. This story carries a lot about what conspiracy theories are. Your fear only kills you and puts you in a wrong direction. So conspiracy theories have 6 things in common. An alleged secret plot. एक शंका आणि प्लॉट असतो त्याच्यामध्ये, छुपा असतो तो, आणि तो सगळा सांगत नाहीत कारण मग त्यातली मजा जाते आणि मग नाही असंच असतं, सगळं वाईटच आहे, हे सगळे बेकारच आहेत. A group of conspirators is there. There is always a group who will conspire like that. Evidence that seems to support the conspiracy theory. असा काहीतरी विचित्र एव्हिडन्स असतो. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, द फ्लाइंग डेटा फ्रॉम इटली टू चीन और चीन टू इटली त्यावेळेला एवढा ओपनली सगळ्यांना दिसत होता की असंच वाटलं की जसं काय विमानातनं कोरोना व्हायरस भरून भरून चायनीज लोकांच्याकडून इटलीमध्ये पाठवला की काय. सो टेम्पररी द एव्हिडन्स लुक्ड ॲज इफ की इट इज अ स्कॅन्डल or something like that. The falsely they suggest that nothing happens by accident and there are no coincidences, nothing is as it appears and everything is connected. आपल्याकडे म्हण आहे दिसतं तसं नसतं, like that, and it suggests that by accident nothing happens but there is something behind it. Coincidence योगा वगैरे सारखा असं कधी होऊ शकत नाही. That is one of the things. 6 things in common for conspiracy. They divide the world into good and bad. Always you believe that world is full of good and bad. There is no need to divide the world like that. You can, with experience, just note that this experience was good or that experience was bad, but don't divide and classify it. It is a theoretical thinking. They scapegoat people and group. जे गरीब आहेत, ज्यांना काही कळत नाही, अडाणी आहेत, अशा लोकांचा समज बदलून स्केपगोट केलं तर त्यांना बळी दिलं जातं. These are the 6 things in common. Why conspiracy theories flourish? They offer an explanation of events for the situations which are difficult to understand and bring a false sense of control and agency. This need is heightened in times of uncertainty like COVID. खूप अशी एक्सप्लेनेशन्स आहेत सगळ्या लोकांनी दिलेली की ज्याच्यामध्ये होईल. यू विल नॉट बिलीव्ह कॉन्स्पिरसी थिअरीज बद्दलचा मला जो पहिला फोन आला होता in 21 was from my friend in US. And we were very positively talking about this. We'll do like this. We are Indians, blah, blah, blah. Police started singing. He called me and seriously said, he is a very well-placed person, having a green card and such an international company with offices in 8 to 10 countries. He was telling me there are so many conspiracy theories and slowly we have started believing in them, like that. So it has nothing to do with money, education or something. Once your belief changes, it really works. Because the explanation which is given to you is just your logic. You feel that it is true. How do they take root? Conspiracy theories often start as a suspicion. They ask who is benefiting from the event or situation, thus identify the conspirators, and any evidence is then forced to fit the theory. कुठलाही evidence कशालाही जोडतात आणि काय पण दाखवतात. Once they have taken root, conspiracy theories can grow quickly. They're hard to refute because any person who tries is seen as being part of the conspiracy. जो कोणी म्हणेल की अरे हे खरं नाही आहे, हे चुकीचं आहे, हे खोटं आहे, तर असं मानलं जातं की तो पण त्यांना सामील आहे, तोही त्या कॉन्स्पिरसी थिअरीचा पार्ट आहे. आय एम शेअरिंग दिस deliberately with all of you because now if you enter event industry, next 5 years you will be suffering with COVID protocol, hygiene, hospitality, every business you have to solve these conspiracies. हे ज्याला छान उत्तर देऊन पटवून देता येईल लोकांना, तोच चांगला धंदा करू शकणार. Why do people spread them? There are different reasons. Most believe they are true. Others deliberately want to provoke, manipulate, or target people for political or financial reasons. So be aware. They can come from many sources, internet, friends, and relatives also. It's a very interesting infographic created by, World Economic Forum, and that is something very interesting. Now, there is a report of Deloitte on returning to work in the future of work. How people will return to their work, after the pandemic is over. Now we are seeing that we were blocked up so much. आपल्याला इतकं अडकवून ठेवलं होतं की आपल्याला रुटीन काम करायला नको वाटतं. I see all my friends and students who are working in banks are tired. They are falling actually. Their service setup is falling. They are not able to do business. Economy is down. But still then they are made to sit in the bank or office till 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock like that. Because it is a compulsory essential service and so they are tired. No targets fulfilled or something like that. So after pandemic, everybody wants a break. Everybody wants to relax. Everybody wants to do something. So domestic tourism wants to increase actually, but again and again disaster management people are holding and creating a problem, like that. So why and how this is happening, how to overcome all this is going to be a very typical, you can say, situation. And so, especially with these conspiracy theories and other discussions, I would like you to connect to again back whatever your idea of event is. That first event, idea of event, innovation in the idea of event has to be very strong, because internet is second world. Dusra jog hai. More than 85% in the world have started using internet. You just check the Just type on Google internet users in the world, you will come to know. Internet creates a different picture of reality. And so everybody is curious to explore that. So in real life, I don't want to meet, Sujit or Rucha or Rahul or Abhishek, whatever. But I'm more impressed with, I would like to look at the social media or a photographer. Now I can see on this Google a very interesting photographer, Abhishek Jende. So, okay, looking at his picture, I make an impression. Oh, this is Abhishek. Okay, fine, like that. So I'm curious. I'm going to explore myself. For this reason only, for second year when I was teaching marketing, I made everybody to put, at least for my lecture, photograph in फॉर्मल म्हणजे युनिफॉर्म मध्ये. म्हणजे एखादी प्लेसमेंट कंपनी जर गुगल मीटला जॉईन झाली तर तुम्ही कोण आहे हे ओळखायला पाहिजे, त्याच्यामुळे सोपं होऊ शकेल, समथिंग लाईक दॅट. बिकॉज विथ दिस न्यू वे ऑफ लिव्हिंग, न्यू नॉर्मल, वी आर ट्राईंग टू बी टू पर्सनल ॲट द टाइम अँड टू सोशल ॲट द टाइम. एकाच वेळेला तुम्ही एकदम पर्सनल होऊ शकत नाही, एकदम सोशल होऊ शकत नाही. सो इंटरनेटमुळे काय झालंय, प्रॉबेबिलिटी आणि व्हरायटी ऑफ आयडियाज हॅज इन्क्रीज 10 times more than real life. So what happens is that people have become choosy. आपण खूप नाक झाडेपणा करतो, आपण खूप उशीर करतो, आपण खूप वेळ लावतो आणि आपल्याला खूप एक्सप्लोर करायचं. मला हे बघायचंय, मला ते बघायचंय, मला हे पाहिजे ते पाहिजे, असं खूप वाढलंय, जरा जास्त वाढलंय कोविडमुळे. हा चॉईस खूप ब्रॉड झाल्यामुळं इव्हेंटमध्ये खूप मोठा बँग पाहिजे, दणका पाहिजे. इव्हेंटमध्ये खूप छान क्रिएटिव्हिटी पाहिजे. सो यू प्लीज स्टडी द डेमोग्राफिक नीड्स ऑफ द सोसायटी, social needs, mental needs. So in my first lecture, I said COVID has hit at 3 levels: physical, mental, and social. Event is concerned about social practices. सोशल याच्यामध्ये किती काय काय गडबड झाली आहे लक्षात घेतलं तर खूप तुम्हाला जाणवेल की सोशल सगळं कोलमडून पडलेलं आहे. स्पेशली सोशलमध्ये जे कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर्स होते, मांडववाले म्हणा किंवा बाकी सगळे डेकोरेटर्स होते, या सगळ्यांचं पूर्ण ठप्प आहे इंडस्ट्री. एव्हरीथिंग इज फ्लॅट, क्लोज्ड कम्प्लिटली. Why? Because the number, 1,000 people used to come for a marriage of a big person like that. All the karyalaya setups, big halls and all that, they were mega level thing, And now it is almost nothing. Either you can convert it to COVID hospital or you have to think of something new. I'll give an example. A ZP school is there. My mother is a retired primary teacher. It's a colleague at. My mother is very old, about 80, but they are young. Now her student is a teacher. She called one day and said की काय चालू आहे, तुझी शाळा चालू आहे का, साईने विचारलं. सी सेड yes, it is there. How do you manage? She travels from Kolhapur to a village and she said that she teaches 3rd standard. Then she said, how do you manage your class? She said, we have spent our money, आम्ही पैसे खर्च केलेत आणि त्या गावामध्ये 4 ते 6 हॉल आहेत असे लग्नाचे किंवा मोठे मोठे हॉल आहेत. सो त्या टीचरने स्वतःच्या खर्चाने हॉल भाड्याने घेतलेला आहे आणि तिसरीची मुलं त्या हॉलमध्ये लांब लांब बसवतात त्या, आणि असं त्यांनी वर्षभर त्यांना शिकवलं. दिस इज समथिंग व्हेरी शॉकिंग अँड न्यू अँड डिफरंट बिकॉज this is a reaction of an academic teacher. She wants to survive with her job or something. So again, understand, event industry has to redefine space psychology in future. See, event designing requires lot of creativity. It's not something the way you think. तर तुम्हाला जो समज झाला असेल की मी हे वाचेन, मी पुस्तक बघितलं, युट्यूब बघितलं, सारखं इंटरनेटवरनं फक्त गुगल बेस माहिती काढली तर हे शिकेन का मी, तर नाही शिकू शकणार. तुम्हाला ऍक्च्युली यापूर्वी झालेले इव्हेंट्स आणि पुढे होणारे इव्हेंट्स याचा अभ्यास केला पाहिजे. यू टू कम विथ लॉट ऑफ इनोव्हेशन, न्यू आयडियाज. स्टील यू शुड हॅव पेशन्स. जे आमच्या त्या बेसिक याच्यामध्ये कायम शिकवलं जातं की डोक्यावर बर्फ आणि जिभेवर साखर, असंच लागतं इव्हेंट इंडस्ट्री. Those of you who read Marathi, you might have read a very famous Marathi author, Pula Deshpande. So he has written a famous caricature called नारायण. लग्नात नारायण कसं घेतो त्याचा व्हिडिओ आहे पाहिजे, तुम्ही बघा की त्याला इतक्या गोष्टी सांगतात एका इव्हेंटमध्ये लग्नाच्या ह्याच्यामध्ये की तो एक असा कॉमन मॅन असतो की त्याचं काही नातं नसतं पण तो त्या सगळ्या लग्नातली कामं करतो. सो इव्हेंट मॅनेजर इज लाईक नारायण इन अ टिपिकल मराठी कल्चर, की त्याला सगळं करावं लागतं, कुठलाही इगो ठेवून चालत नाही, कुठल्याही प्रकारचं इगो नाही पाहिजे, दिसेल ते काम जमेल ते सगळं करायला लागतं. सो इट इज मे बी फ्रॉम डेव्हलपिंग अ सेट ऑफ एन इंडस्ट्री टू एनिथिंग, काहीही करायला लागू शकतं तुम्हाला, हे तुम्ही लक्षात ठेवा. हा माइंडसेट असेल तर तुम्ही इव्हेंट मॅनेजर होऊ शकता, नाही तर तुम्ही फक्त इव्हेंट डिझायनर व्हाल, बाकी काही होऊ शकत. Lastly, I want to tell you what are the takeaways from the event. Now, many products which are never sold in showroom or a lot of products are lost due to overstocking, warehousing, they get sold in exhibitions, they get sold in events. Meenal Mohadikar म्हणून entrepreneur आहेत. She was famous because all over Maharashtra she started with exhibition of products, small products, and that led to temporary market sites, but that led to increased sales in the products. Mohadikar, you just type on Google Meenal Mohadikar, will find that की खूप इव्हेंट्स घेतलेत त्यांनी, त्यांचा खूप मोठा आणि तोच बिझनेस झाला आणि त्यांनी त्याची प्रायव्हेट लिमिटेड कंपनी केली. Event, substantially helps to mobilize the market, mobilize the economy. Now our interest is to create awareness, entertainment and engagement. Entertainment करता टूल्स लागतात, तुमच्याकडे स्किल्स लागतात, क्रिएटिव्हिटी लागते. ती समजा नसेल तुमच्याकडे तर मग तुम्हाला एंगेजमेंट ट्रेनिंग मध्ये काम करता येईल. आय वुड रिक्वेस्ट अदर ग्रुप्स ऑल्सो की नॉट नेसेसरी की आधीच्या इव्हेंट सारखे इव्हेंट तुम्ही डिझाईन करा. तुम्ही एखादा खूप इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक निवडा आणि एखादं गेस्ट लेक्चर अरेंज करा, तो सुद्धा इव्हेंट आहे. विल get started with that in the Google Classroom or something like that. I am looking at the class from this point of view that all of you understand the very essence of why you are studying this. Without knowing why you are doing it, it really won't work. I repeat, event value, event content, value of attraction, value of engagement, and takeaways of your audience are very, very important. If you know them, then things are going to work. Before concluding the session, I request you, I can see that there are 29 students who joined the Google Classroom. The total is 35. Other students I request to join Google Classroom. That is very important because a lot of things are shared there. Then I wish that you please solve the home assignment after you listen to this lecture. As it is, I have recorded this. I'll again share this with you. So it will enlighten you again and again. If you want to listen to it, you can go ahead with that and complete it. Second very important thing is that be fit, be safe. And if you are through, let us start with evening Google meetings with group to group. Let us keep discussing and design events, experience events like that. Unless I get a profound proposal, which is very viable, successful, and something to take risk also, I will not accept just a PowerPoint presentation. That doesn't mean that you should not do PowerPoint presentation, but it should carry some good thought, some content, and a group's work also should be a good learning to other groups. That is very, very important. That if you cannot do, then that is not real event management. We just have touched the public relation aspects, but we are not known to them, understood them very properly. So I'll be sharing with you something more about the public relation of the event also. Like when you design an event, you have to create an invitation card. You have to design a news write-up for that. Then you have to create news in other languages. You have to create a video news. You have to create a promo for that. You have to create a teaser for that. You have to create recording of some interesting factors like that. All such things, if you are not able to do, which will promote the event, it may not go with that. And for that plan, again, you need to have the other side of it, that is event budgeting. That will be going ahead with some good comparative case studies in our next sessions, and we'll work upon that. So today I would conclude here, requesting again all of you to understand one principle of the event industry, and that is show must go on. Show must go on. So let us conclude today's session, and I would like to have a feedback